Alright, what is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad Warren, this is Bearded Brad, and today we're going to talk about Fishbites and Fishgum. Compare the two, see if one's better than the other, see which one you should buy, so y'all stick around, and let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Fishgum and Bites.
Both of them?
Bites.
What if you had to pick one, which one would you take?
This one.
You would take Fishgum?
And his one is mine.
You heard it first. A 3-year-old thinks Fishgum is better than Fishbites. Must be true.
Yes, we do.
Who would have thought?
Yes, we thought.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about between these two baits is the quantity of bait you get in each package. Now it says right here on the package of Fishgum, you get 2 strips, 3/4 inch by 14 inches long. And right here on the Fishbites package, it says you get 2 strips that are 1/2 inch wide by 12 inches long. Based on what the packages say, you get a little more bait in the Fishgum package. However, if you go to both their websites, which are linked down below, you can get the Fishgum for $7.99 a pack, and the Fishgum is $5.98 a pack on their website. So you are gonna pay $2 more per pack for the Fishgum, but you are gonna get more bait inside that packages. Alright, so jumping on to number 2, comparing these baits. What I do really like about the Fishbites is you have a lot of different scents or flavors of the bait. Now this one I have right here is the pink shrimp. However, they got shrimp, they got clam, crab, squid, they got the sand fleas, which is a great option as well. So they got, I think, 5 or 6 flavors or so. And within those flavors, they have multiple colors of each. So whether one scent or flavor is working or one color, you can kind of change up those options and have multiple options while you're out there on the beach. Maybe one day is orange hitting's good or pink's hitting good. Or you can switch between, like I said, the shrimp or the sand flea or the crab, and really kind of narrow it down and have a lot of different options and presentations out there while you're fishing the beach. Whereas with the Fishgum, they all are the same scent or flavor. However, they do have multiple color options. They got green, yellow, red, orange, and white. I think that's it. If I'm missing one, I'm sorry. He does have one test scent, however, he's calling it the secret weapon. I have a little bit of it. It is kind of in the testing. You're not going to be able to get it on the website or anything right now. Hopefully that one is going to work out well. I've been catching a few fish on it, but we'll see. He may go ahead and introduce that into his line of baits, and so then he would have 2 flavors. But talking about those 2 things with the multiple flavors here and the only one over on this side, the main difference in this one only having 1 flavor, which is a huge difference, which is going to go into number 3, what is actually inside of these 2 baits. Now with the Fishbites, each one of these scents and flavors are just going to be like fish stimulants. So in the crab, there's going to be some stimulants to crab, but it's all synthetic. With the shrimp, kind of same thing. It's all synthetic stimulants and scents and baits or whatever you want to call them, but it is all synthetic. However, with the Fishgum, which is pretty cool, they are the first bait that will actually take the natural bait itself, like a crab, like a sand flea, like a shrimp, and Tony actually goes out, gets those baits. He'll actually use those in with the synthetic baits, and so you're not only getting a shrimp Fishgum or a crab Fishgum, you're getting little bits of crab and shrimp and sand fleas and one other bait that not many people know about in this, along with those stimulants. So even though you can't pick between the few different baits, you got a little bit of all of them, which really makes this the all-around go-to and kind of a great package. Like, you don't have to worry about do I need to use a shrimp or do I need to get the crab, or which one do I want to buy? If you can only buy one, you get a little bit of all of it in the Fishgum, which is pretty cool. And being that he does have all those different scents or flavors in each one, you can just get the colors, and maybe the fish are hitting the orange one day or maybe the red one day. So you can still have a variety of options out there, but they're all going to be putting out that natural and synthetic stimulant there, which is a great option. And I think a good plus side to the Fishgum, the fact that it is natural scents and natural baits that go into this. Alright, and next up, which is a pretty cool thing that Fishbites does, which I'm sure many of y'all know about, but some of y'all may not, because I did not know this at first. But there's actually two different kinds of Fishbites. If you did not know that, one of them is a longer lasting, which is the blue, and then you got the fast acting, which is the red. Now the difference between the two of these is the fast acting does not have the mesh inside the bait, whereas the longer lasting does have the mesh. But there's also a few more differences other than just that. The way that they put these chemicals or whatever it is that they do to this is going to release that bait a little quicker, especially when you are in warmer water temperatures, like maybe above 70 degrees. These baits are going to release a lot faster than what they are here. So if you're out there fishing the beach and you're not having a whole lot of success, or let's say you are having a lot of success, you are catching a lot of pompano or whiting, but you're getting some time in between those, you can throw this fast acting, and as soon as that bait hits the water, it's going to instantly be releasing baits, and it's going to be out there quick. And so that's going to help those fish come here faster, get to that bait quicker. They're going to sense it. You got a lot of those fish cruising the beach during the spring, and so they're going to find this bait a lot faster. Whereas this bait, which is longer lasting, which honestly in my opinion I prefer more. I've not used this a whole lot, but I definitely do prefer the longer lasting, because this one, once you cut a little piece off and get it on the hook, you can catch a ton of fish on one bait. And so this is going to last quite a while. And so it does have that mesh that is running kind of in the middle of that, which one helps it stay on the hook, but it also helps that the bait dissolve slower. So the longer lasting is a great option for surf fishing, especially during the spring and summer months when you may have a lot of those ladyfish or the catfish or pinfish or anything that may be on there that keeps eating these baits. And this is gonna stay on the hook a lot longer. It's gonna stay on the hook for those long casts. It's gonna withstand all those bait fish trying to steal your bait. And so I really like the long lasting bait here. I'm not really sure how you could break it down as far as how quick this one dissolves versus this one. Maybe I'll do a video in the future between these two, see if we can really find out which one is dissolving faster than the other, and is one gonna be catching more fish than the other. I've never put them side by side, so I'm not really sure. But when you do compare the longer lasting Fishbites to the Fishgum, this one is definitely gonna last longer in the surf. It's gonna stay on the hook a lot longer. If you are catching a bunch of fish, even if it is catfish or pinfish or whiting or whatever, you're gonna be able to get a lot more uses out of this bait. Whereas the Fishgum, it's not gonna dissolve as fast as that fast acting Fishbites, but the Fishgum does dissolve pretty dang quick. Yeah, so the Fishgum is definitely gonna be dissolving faster than these long lasting Fishbites. It's gonna last a little longer than the fast acting. However, if you are wanting to just kind of go out there, hang out for the day, throw a couple lines out, I would definitely go with the Fishbites. I don't know exact time, but I'd say if you throw out a couple pieces of Fishgum, I mean within 15-20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, a lot of this is gonna be dissolved. Whereas I've gone out for entire days and not had a whole lot of bites, and the Fishbites will still be on the hook. So this is gonna last quite a while. Now I'm not really sure how you could compare that as far as how much scent is being put into the water, which you would assume you're getting more scent into the water with the Fishgum. Maybe it depends on how concentrated it is. I'm no scientist, I don't really know. But the fact that you gotta go out and you may have to reel in and change that bait a whole lot more often with the Fishgum, that may not be something that you're wanting to do. You might want to go throw out the fish bites, kind of hang out with the family or whatever, and not have to check that bait quite as often. So Fishbites might be the one for you when it comes to that. So with that, you really kind of got to decide, do you want the fast acting? You're gonna have to change baits a lot. It's gonna throw that scent out quick. I think this is probably a better option during the winter months. Do you want the longer lasting? It's gonna stay on the hook a lot longer. You're gonna get a lot of catches out of this. Or jumping over to the Fishgum, which probably is somewhere in between these two as far as how long it does last. But you do get more out of each pack, so even if you burn through it a little quicker, you are gonna have a little more in each package. So y'all can take those things into consideration, see which one you like the best. Alright, now last we're gonna talk about the shelf life on these two products. Now I'm sure many of you, which are mostly familiar with Fishbites, have probably been into a Walmart or even your local tackle store and seeing a bag of Fishbites that was definitely dried out, looked a little rough. I don't have any of the bag I bought, it was brand new today, so it actually looks pretty dang good. But the Fishbites, the longer they sit on the shelf, even in room temperature, can dry out really quick, and that is definitely gonna reduce how effective that bait is. And so what I really like about the Fishgum, which this one is only about a month old, but you can tell it's still nice and thick. Still got plenty of flavor in there. It's not dried out whatsoever. But I do have a package of Fishgum. Let's see if y'all can see that date on there. It says May 5th, and this bag has been inside of my truck since the day that he gave it to me. And so I live in Gulf Shores, Alabama. Getting this in early May, and it's sitting in my truck May, June, July, and August. Let's open this one up and see. Because from the outside, it does not seem dried out whatsoever. Let's see just how it is stood up. Alright, so y'all see that? It is still just as thick as the others. It does not seem dried out whatsoever. So this bait, which has been in my truck for over 6 months, is still just as good as it was since the day I got it. And that's what I really like about Fishgum. A lot of people say with Fishbites you can throw them in the freezer and they will store longer, and I'm sure that's true. I haven't tried it, but cooler temperatures are definitely going to be good. And so I don't know what the difference is between what they put in these baits or why one may dry out quicker than the other, but I know that has been a big thing with Fishbites, is how quick that bait can dry out. Because as much as we would all like to say, yes, as soon as I get home, I'm going to take it out of my bag and I'm going to keep it in the freezer, and it's going to stay inside and it's going to last forever, we don't all really do that. It is easy to get home from the beach or home from wherever you're fishing, leave your bag in the truck or the garage, and that bait's going to sit in there and it's going to dry out. That Fishbites is going to dry out. That Fishgum I believe is going to stay fresher longer, which is a huge deal. And so that's another win for the Fishgum there, in my opinion, is that it is going to last longer. I'm going to post a link to a video right up here. Y'all go check it out, where Tony actually took some Fishbites and some Fishgum, left them on the dash of his car in the sun, and y'all see what happened between those two baits. Pretty cool video. Alright, so in conclusion, I believe these two baits are definitely both a must-have in your tackle bag. I do keep both of them with me at all times. It's hard to pick one versus the other. They both have pros and cons, but there have been days I've been out fishing where Fishgum didn't catch the fish and Fishbites did, or vice versa. So I do like to always have both options. You know, fish can definitely be finicky. You never know what you're gonna get day to day going out there, especially if you're pompano fishing. Alright, so if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know which one you like better, or have you even heard of Fishbites or Fishgum? Comment down below, let me know. If you have any questions about the two baits, let me know that as well. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton, helps the channel grow. I would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, y'all take care.